Kim, good to see you. Is now a good time to redeem your I bond? Back in 2022, when inflation was through the roof, we were able to buy I bonds with a 9.6% rate of return. Now, though, the rate of return is just over 3%, which has a lot of investors wondering if now is the time to redeem them and invest in something else. So let's assume, Kim, that we bought back when that rate was 9.6%. Should we be redeeming them now?
It is a good time to take a look at that. Those I bonds at that time, it was like liquid gold. Everyone was just scooping them up. And now with the rates dropping, the good news is there are alternatives out there that are higher than the 3% that they're paying right now. So now could be a good time to look at swapping out those funds for something else while rates are still relatively high, because we know that they're set to continue to come down.
And we'll talk through those alternatives in a second. But first, I do want to ask, I bonds fully mature after 5 years. What's the penalty for redeeming them early?
So you can't redeem them for the first year, but like you said, if you gobbled them up back in 2022 when the rates were high, you're going to miss out on the last 3 months of interest. So there is a penalty, but it's not super substantial.
In that case, does the month I redeem them matter?
It could potentially matter, but again, you're only looking at 3 months time. So you could try to play the game and wait till, you have 3 months past at that lower interest rate, but then you might be kicking yourself in the butt as far as alternative investments that you might be missing out on.
Okay, so now let's get to those alternatives. If I decide to redeem my I bonds now, where is the best place to invest that money? Where else can I find a safe investment with a nearly 10% rate of return?
Nowhere. So safe and 10% don't exactly go together. So in today's world, if you're looking at safe rates, there are still some good CDs, fixed interest options that are in the 5% range, depending on the term you take that out for. So that's still an option. If you're looking to get closer to that 10% range, you're going to have to take on some more risk. So equities, of course, if you have a longer time frame, you may be able to earn over 10% in the equity markets. We also like to use structured notes for clients. Structured notes pay right now between a 10 and 11% interest rate for a year. There is some downside risk there, but it's not quite as much as the equity market. So there are good options available. It just depends on the type of risk that you're willing to take.
All right. Well, good. I'm at the very least, I'm glad we got to talk this through, because I think it's on a lot of people's minds, because a lot of people, like you said, thought it was liquid gold back in 2022. Right. So Kim, if somebody wants to talk through these alternatives with you, how can they get a hold of you?
The best place to go is our website. Got all our contact information there, www.young-wm.com, and we'd be happy to have a discussion with you.
Great. Kim, thank you.
Thanks, Erin.